Welcome to the closest fair to the show, where we don't sing, but we talk about Bitcoin price, how to make money outside of just TA. Welcome back to the closest fair to the show, and guess what I get? Even though I already lit it, but I put it out, whatever. I get to have a cigar during live chat because I am over $1,000 up today from trading, even though I'm only back to where I was on Monday because I did something stupid during the FOMC stuff. So heads up, when you have a great day, I had a great day on Monday. It's sometimes the market just gets it back because you do something stupid because you were on fire, and I did that. So I'm only back to where I was on Monday. So I had a good day on Monday, and on Tuesday, on Monday and today, Thursday. But on Tuesday, I gave it all back. Wednesday was break even. I just took a day off essentially. And rock and roll. So what we're gonna do today is light a cigar because I was up $1,000, but Bitcoin could end up actually capitulating really hard here, and I want to tell you why I think that. I'm taking some profit off of my Cardano and Ethereum shorts that I gave to my VIP community. It was honestly the most spot-on signal that is possible to get. I gave a really good VIP alert. A lot of people took it, earning a lot good money right now. So if you're not on Discord, you can always go check that out. Links are in the description section, and I give up really good updates on Twitter as well. Closest Verdes with the number 2, and my YouTube videos have a join button below them if you want to check out the tier stuff, because I think the comments are closed to tier members only for this live chat on Tuesday. I'll keep it open to everybody. So with no further delay, let's go look at some low targets for Bitcoin, and let's rock these charts. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, Bitcoin. So I typically really stress to, even YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. Make sure you can hear me. Check. Good. All right. That trust the channels. Trust the channels. Trust the channels. They work. I gave a Discord. So whenever I do something against one of my mantras, I usually mess up. It's usually not good. But something in the charts has convinced me. And I even so for example, on my Discord today, and this is not just to show my Discord or anything, but on a daily update for everybody, I like to show my mess up. Let's see here. Where is it? Yeah, I did. I was really, really active today. Here we go, right here. So I chose to try, let me see if I can make this bigger. All right, there we go. I tried to short Ethereum. This is 2 days ago or yesterday. I thought Bitcoin was getting ready to spike up to 24K or even 23.5. It never did. And because it looked so bullish, right as Ethereum was at the top of this channel, I thought, you know what? I think it's going to wick heavily above, then come back in. And so it came up right under my bottom order. And then I would have woken up thousands. I would have been up like 5K on that. And I did have this, see this triangle here? I did have it hovering on this line. That would have been the perfect setup. It's what I usually do. That's what we did today. That was the VIP setup for today. The same line, the same thing, but the triangle here. But with them, I tell them, how to stratify orders or that, stuff like that. But anyway, so I didn't trust the channel, and the opportunity cost of that was like $3,000. So with that said, I'm getting another gut feeling to not trust the channel. Will that gut feeling work out over the channel rules? I mean, a channel's got to break at some time, right? It's got to break sometime. And it just feels that from my ribbons that I provide the information on that. These are proprietary. I developed them, but I provide them for on multiple VIP tutorials within Discord. But these are saying that it looks like it could really tank here. The difference is the difference here is the last 2 times it came down, the ribbons were like, it was a really volatile, like down, up, down, bounce, down hard bounce. But here it's a slow drive, just getting rejected by the river, rejected by the river, rejected by the river, rejected by the river, river. The river's getting closer. So you haven't had any spike or volatility yet, unless you've been on the 1 minute chart, which it looked like it spiked. right when I gave that the Twitter announcement that I think it's getting ready to tank, and it did a couple minutes later. But there hasn't been a spike yet. So as prices slowly get down there, getting rejected by the river on its head, like prices like boom, like, you know, that type of stuff, it looks like it's going to drive down. And my ribbons, which is a different type of analysis tool, it's telling me if there's a time not to trust the channel, which channels work, and you really should trust them until it doesn't work. There's no reason for me to assume just with channels that this isn't going to work. But my ribbons are suggesting that the chance of it to finally break, which channels always break, right? They always break. They either break for the downside or the upside. But this is suggesting that now is the time it's going to break. So I am not trying to long this. At the beginning of the day, I actually did give VIP signals. Hey, I'm going to, whichever happens first, I have a long down here if there were volatility to the downside, but also the same short signal that I gave for Ethereum that worked out beautifully, literally to the dollar, or almost to the 10 cent. It was almost perfect. So whichever one happened first, if price spiked up and hit Ethereum, then I was in a short. If price spiked down first, then I was going to be in a long. But it was based off the idea that it was going to come from here down to there quickly, in which it would bounce. But this slow stuff, it looks like it's getting ready to heat up, and it looks like it's going straight to 18,000. Like it looks like to me that there's a chance that during this live chat, we're going to see the second half of capitulation, and it's going to get hot, and it's going to get real hot. And the order books are thinning up. Japan's getting ready to come online. They're going to start looking at this shit. They're going to start shorting. I mean, it doesn't look like it's going to bounce to the upside to me because of the way it has approached it too slowly, and with the assumption that volatility is going to spike up. Okay, it could if volatility spikes up, it could make price go up, maybe. But with this soft landing, it looks like it's going to accelerate. The volatility will be to the downside to me. So if you're thinking you're a genius, long in 20K, it could work. It could work, but my idea to you is this, and usually I would be long here too. It's roughly at 20,300. 20,300 is where my channel line is. I would usually long that too, but man, right now I'm too hesitant and I'm not going to do it. I'm going to keep my shorts heavy and rocking and rolling. So even though I took a little profit off of my Cardano, so yeah, on my Cardano I just took 25% profit, but it keeps skyrocketing down. And I'm going to take some more profit on, wait, did Ethereum already hit 1060? Oh, it did. Sweet. So I took profit on both already. Good. Awesome. Great. Good. Yeah, these numbers were higher, but I guess my targets have been hit for my first profit taking. Awesome. So yeah, I had over $1,000 day, but actually it's over 2,000 now because I've already taken profit and what's left is over 2,000. So this is a really good day. So on my journey to $100,000, where am I? 17.7. So I more than made up for my stupidity during the FOMC. Thank God, goodness. It only took me 2 days to make up for it and more. Wow. The last time I really did something stupid, and it was a sincere mistake. It wasn't being stupid in the charts. It was a KuCoin feature down here. So actually, heads up for everybody. I had 5 open orders, and KuCoin down here only shows you 4. And I walked away from my computer seeing red and green. Red, so where my cursor is, red and green, red and green, red and green, red and green, 4 of them. But I had 5 shorts. And I went to go play baseball or practice soccer with my kids, and Bitcoin. And the one that you have to scroll down on that to see it, I didn't scroll down. I just made sure everything I could see had red, green before I left, which means I have stops and profits set, and I didn't scroll down, and I got burned. And it took me 2 weeks to make up for that mistake. So that wasn't a TA trading mistake. That was me being stupid and blonde and retarded. But it took me 2 whole weeks to get it back, and it really burned me bad. So me being dumb, not trading technicals, I was only trying to essentially catch volatility one way. It took me down to like 14.9, and now I'm back up to almost 18. So yeah, so when you have good days, I mean, it's really hard not to give it back. I mean, from emotional standpoints or just the world or in the universe giving it back. So so here we are on my way to take an account from 5K to 100K and essentially kind of doing it live. I'm tracking it really heavily on Well, I'm not actually. I could track it a lot heavier. I kind of want to make a graph of where I was, like where the account was day by day. Like, up to 17.4, then down to 14.9. And, I want to graph, but I haven't gotten that far with it yet. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I'm keeping my shorts on. I'm gonna try to go for a big move down. If it starts bouncing, then I'll probably get fully out of those shorts and just take my profit if I see some real activity. Especially, if you wanted to have something similar to the ribbons. What you could do is you could go just honestly just use the most magical EMA that out there, just the 200. You could get a lot of good information with that. So if even on the tiny chart like the 3 minute, if it starts going above the 200, then I'm going to take full profits out. But if it gets above, typically you need to on any time frame. This is a magical EMA. Especially the 1 hour. But the 1 hour, it's so out of play right now that you can't use it. See, it's way up there, way above price. That is a hyper match because it's the daily 10 EMA essentially. If you layered on the daily 10, it's always in line almost exactly to the dollar. It's sometimes $10 off, $20 off, whatever, but it kind of crisscrosses with each other. But it's like DNA. It's like a double helix, essentially. And so this is the daily 10. That's why it's amazing. But you can see 24 more candles than on the daily. It's just fantastic. And a lot of my community members like that, so I can give that away for free because it's just the 200 EMA. But on any time frame, it really does work for general direction for that time frame. If you ever go above after you've stayed below, you don't just go above and think it's up now. No, you have to get above and use it as support, which is what I always stress. So what happened here? Did it use it as support for even one candle? No, it got above it and went below it. Did not use it as support. So it found support here, but it did not find support there. So therefore, the next one by default should be a lower high, which it was, and then tank through. But yeah, if you want to see if Bitcoin's going to capitulate harder or not, honestly, just use the 3 minute. You could honestly use the 1 minute 200 EMA. If it's under the 1 minute 200 EMA, it's more likely it's going to keep capitulating right here, right now. And it might happen. The heat might, so that 200 on any chart you're on, as long as it's not too far separated from price, I promise you, it's one of the most valuable things for general direction. And that's the whole key to making money in crypto. You want to trade the right direction. There you go. And honestly, you could literally just hop between the 5 minute chart and the 1 hour chart using the 200 EMA and be a profitable trader your whole life using one indicator. You could. Just how price interacts with it. I promise you could. All right. But you wouldn't trade the way I trade with channels. You would trade more systematically. You would have a different system. My system is a lot different than a lot of trading systems. But anyway, but yeah, you can make a system just off of this. All right, so what else do we got? I guess that is what so honestly, I would love to catch this dropping live, and because it looks like it's getting ready to happen, and yeah, it's really going down. So I will make a horizontal here. And a horizontal there. I'll put my alert there. And I'll put my alert up here. So I'll know if price is really starting to move. So I don't have to, so if I'm on a different chart, I can hear a beep and come back to Bitcoin as you're asking questions. But yeah, that's what we got. I think this has a strong chance of zooming down to 18K like today, tonight. So be careful. I would, if you're really set on trying to long 20K, just be careful. Be careful. I don't think it'll work. I don't think 20K is even an option for a bottom. I don't even think it's on the table. Big money will not make it that easy. It's not going to be that easy. Could there be reverse psychology? Okay, since everybody knows it won't be that easy, well, that's better reason to make that a bottom. Probably not. It's not going to be that easy. It's going to be so much harder. Just be very careful. I strongly suggest against it. And if you just can't stop yourself, I understand. I've been there, done that. I still do it. Like on Tuesday, I was stupid because I just couldn't help myself. But I didn't give any alerts on it, right? I wasn't telling my Discord, try this as I do it. No. Essentially, what I did there was right when he said 75%, 75 I started trying to find some shorts, and it did not work out. And it was not based off technicals. It was based off me guessing that the market was going to dump, and I was totally wrong. And I did not give any alerts on that. So my alerts are sound TA. Anyway, but don't do that with 20K. Don't mess up. And if you do, if you cannot help yourself from doing it, like I couldn't help myself on Tuesday, I understand. Just don't do it with a lot of money. All right, don't do it with a lot of money, and I will start taking questions. All right. Wow, this is the most viewers I've ever had at one time. All right, and so the comments are members only on Thursday, but for my Discord folks, I'm going to open up specifically the Cryptillion chat so I can see. You're all. All right. Oh, you can't see my screen. Anyway, I will have the Cryptillion chat open up, and I can see what y'all are asking. Or no, maybe it isn't open. I thought I had it only. I guess I could see your comments anyway. All right. Well, whatever. There we go. All right. Let's get this. Let's start looking at some questions. Your channel is in line with a lot of fit. Yes, Luis, I know. My targets almost always align with fib lines. And I think it has something to do with the way I use channels and the math behind it. I don't get in my origin lines. Whenever price is starting to track to one, it matches with a fib. I don't know how it works. You're totally right. I don't like using fibs when I have structure there, especially previous price structure. I personally like to use fibs on blue sky breakouts or price discovery down because there's no structure there. There's nothing to base off of, right? You only have fibs. So I am a big proponent of fibs under those two conditions. Huge proponent. But if there's price structure when you look left on the weekly, structure trumps it every time. Every time. But actually, there is one example where that's not true. Let's go to like veracity. There is one exception to that rule where fibs come in super handy, even when there is price structure to the left. I will show you what I'm talking about. Go to the daily, take off the EMA. Veracity, for example. So veracity. All of this move here, there is price structure. Am I lagging? No, it looks okay. There is price structure, but there is no there is price, but there's no structure. Therefore, on the way down, you could have used a fib to nail it, or you could be cool like me and have an origin line, and it got it exactly. Almost like always on big moves. That's why origin lines work, I'm telling you. And if you did this, it probably aligns with a fib because there's no price structure. There's nothing here, right? And so a fib would have come in really handy at that point. See what I mean? Or a fib retracement or a trend-based fib. I bet there is one there. I don't use them because I have my origin lines and it does its job. Like, look, that is perfect. You cannot get more perfect than that. That is absolutely perfect. But it probably aligns with the fib, which is why people bought it. And there's no structure here at all. There's only one candle hesitation. That's not structure. So there is an exception to that rule for the way I like to use fibs under those two conditions: blue sky breakouts or price discovery down, which a lot of altcoins are doing price discovery down, especially if they came out around April or November of 2021. They're all essentially price discovery down at this point. All right. So that's fibs. That's a very good point, and you are 100% correct. Tim, BT bounce on 20K. We're going to have a W forming, right? Let's take a look. I don't really know. Like a macro W, or I don't see a W on macro. Go to the 1 hour. Yeah, it's more like a McDonald's M. No, that's more than 20K. Yeah, it really could bounce around here. I mean, it is the bottom of my channel, and I should trust the channel, but I'm not trusting it here. Yeah, you got some type of pattern, but I'm not a pattern trader. Even though I really like to look out for inverse head and shoulders that are going to fail, because I like to short there. Because that's when whales are setting up all the communities that are looking for head and shoulders so they can have essentially liquidity to short, and they tank it on them. They print the shape. It's too easy to print. All it is means you go from a downtrend to an uptrend, and you have a first higher low. That's all it is. It's the first higher low. Like, why call it an inverse head and shoulders if it's going from a downtrend to the first higher low and one higher high? You have so an inverse head and shoulders mean one higher high and one higher low and one higher high, higher than that one. That's all it means. That's all it is. Like, so just say you have a higher low and a higher high. Anyway, but the shape is printed a lot. All right, so you have something going on like that, but I typically don't trade patterns. I'll trade triangles. That's about it, though. All right. Okay. Pancake. Here we go. So, by God, sir, I made it to the live stream. Hey, made it to the live stream. All right, get a graph of your trade account balance and your heart rate side by side. He says, get a graph of your trade account and your trade account balance and your heart rate side by side. No, I think so. When you mentioned heart rate and all that, I get it. However, I think that I have had so much emotional stimuli trading with money that I'll get excited sometimes. And it probably does affect my mood to some degree, but not very much anymore. It's similar to, and this is why I stress so much, if you're going to learn to trade, as long as you have TA and you've done TA, yourself for at least several months. So under that parameter, but you've never traded before, it's good to at least trade with $50 as opposed to a test account, because the hardest part about trading is your emotions. It's not about clicking around. It's about you. Test account doesn't train you on the most important thing possible, is your own emotions. So I've been doing this, getting my ass kicked. Like, I got my ass kicked in crypto in all of 2018, trying to learn. That was, in hindsight, it was so easy to trade that. Oh my gosh! But I wanted to be bullish. I was trading against the trend the whole time, like an idiot. Man, so many mistakes. Yeah, all you had to do is short once the all of 2018. After it went above the weekly 10, you short once the 4-hour 10 EMA went below the 4-hour 21 EMA. That bearish cross. That's it. That's all you had to do to be in a perfect huge short the whole time. And it happened 4 times. Anyway, in retrospect, it was very easy to trade that. But emotionally, though, my heart rate doesn't get very high anymore. And after you have a sound TA, I do believe it's very important to trade with a very small amount of money. But that money is still money, and it's going to make your heart. It's going to stimulate your emotions, and it's similar. So something I said on Discord today. It's very similar to why a 2-year-old who drops his or her ice cream on the floor will have a fit and cry. It's very sad, right? But an adult hopefully doesn't. Why is that? Because an adult has had more emotional training, more emotional stimuli. That 2-year-old probably has only dropped ice cream on the floor once or twice, or 0 times before. So if a 2-year-old dropped ice cream the 10th time, it's probably not going to cry, right? Same thing. So not going to cry or not going to get heart rate up. And that's why it's so important to, when you're learning, yes, don't use much money, but it's I promise you, it's better to use at least $20 than using a test account because of that reason. That is my firm opinion. I'm willing to change my opinion if strong evidence is produced as a counter argument. However, it's a fairly strong opinion that I have for all of those reasons. All right, that's emotional training. Emotional training. It's very important. All right. Anyway, yep, did hit the TP. Good sir. Yeah. So for some of you all are on here, I mean, just take a look at this. Damn, I did a lot of stuff today. Where is my here? Here it is. So look, this was the morning. Gosh, you can't really see that very well, can you? I think I posted on Twitter, but right here, I guess it makes it a little bigger. Right here, let folks know, ETH alert, here's where to enter and how, and, put stops here, but move it down, all that stuff. And it was beautiful. It was almost the most precise alert that could be given possible. Because Ethereum went, so I said up to 1135. It went up to, put your limit sales. It went up to 1134 and 50 cents. Like, wow. So now, when I don't feel confident in the charts, I don't give alerts. If I'm personally doing something stupid, like starting to find shorts, as 𝐃𝐢𝐬𝐜𝐵 says 75, I don't give an alert on that. But if I don't see anything edgy, like a strong edge of the charts, I don't give alerts. So I don't guarantee multiple alerts a day, but I try to give high probability alerts and specific risk management tools. If you're interested in a community that gives different, because my analysis is a lot different than what most people do, right? Like I'm using channels and EMAs and RSI. It's an interesting combo. So as opposed to patterns type of signals or pump groups, there are big folks out there who literally all they do is they all get together with a there's some momentum anyway, but then they all buy it together, and I don't do that crap. That's not real trading. Anyway, so let's take a look at some more questions. Cryptillion tier, Cryptillion text chat. Here we go. I don't see any question. Here's the thread to investigate and explain. All right, I guess there's no one talking in Cryptillion text chat because everybody can type here, so that works out. All right, let me look at Michael D. Michael D, community tier member asks, would you recommend staying out of any longs? I have had some ladder orders just above and below 18K sounds okay. I mean, honestly, you could try it at 20K too. But 18K is going to be 18K is probably a decent level to try that. And it could fill like tomorrow. Maybe Saturday at 3 a.m. Like Friday night / Saturday morning when the order book's really thin. A lot of the flash crashes happen at 3 a.m. specifically. I don't think I would be too weary about it. So whenever you are trying to catch a move opposite of the current volatility, of the current momentum, okay, it's risky. So for example, the worst couple of alerts I've ever given my Discord community was the trend was down on the daily, the 4 hours starting to get a little bottomy. But the trend was firmly down since December. And usually when price spikes and gets hot in a downtrend, it likes to go to the weekly 10 EMA and then just maybe go above it, but then come back down, right? Or go above it, stop and rest. And then if it starts creeping up, well, then you have time to get out of your short without much of a loss. Pretty probable trade, especially in a downtrend. But the couple times I've done that recently, it didn't work. Like altcoins just blew through their weekly 10s because the traps now, those were bull traps. The traps were stronger with institutional money, and now exchanges are doing funky stuff with their own futures stuff. With traditional trading targets, especially the weekly 10, it's getting a little trickier on futures. So, and that was me shorting fairly probable, a good area to try to short. But they all raced up. The momentum was too high, and the volatility was too high, and it was going up, and I was trying to short. So it's risky. Just don't do it with a lot of money. Now the next times in the near future when there's a downtrend and things spike up really quickly, it's not like they were basing just below the weekly 10, right, and get ready to spike. No, I wouldn't. I would actually long that, but they just raced up like 15%. To the weekly 10, but there was like a 30% day on some altcoins. It was stupid. So you would be doing the opposite. It's risky, just use less money. This is all you can do. It's high risk, high reward, but it is a good area to try it. But also my weekly 10 was a good area to try it, and it didn't work. I got stopped out immediately on like three that I tried. And I wasn't even shorting like right at the weekly 10. I was shorting there and above. So just be careful with it. Don't use a lot of money, and that's my full answer. Anytime you're trading against the current momentum, even if the trend isn't your friend, but if the current momentum is against the trend and you're trying to trade with the trend, it gets tricky. It gets really tricky with volatility expansion specifically. All right. Let's take a quick look to see if... Nope, still not even touching my river. So I still think it's probable that it keeps heading down here. All right. I made a video on my targets. So I was targeting 22, 18, and 16.4, and I've recently added 14K to that list. All for the same reasons, because when you look left, that's where structure is. F did hit the toilet. Yeah, the TP. All right. Here we go. So that's Michael D. Harrison, nice to see you again. Tim, how low can Dash go? $23. Yeah. It easily hit $23. It could go lower, but that'd be my next target. I would probably buy back some. So I'm doing accumulation trading on Dash. So I don't care what the US dollar value is as long as I get more Dash. That's what I'm doing with it. I don't recommend doing your whole portfolio like that on spot because you'll lose a lot of money. But for my Dash, all I care about is more Dash. I would probably buy some there, sell into a rally, and then plan to buy back there. Something to that effect. So today I did sell. I sold all my Dash over this area. I sold all of it. No. I did sell all of it here, but I bought it back. Actually, this is the daily. I need to go to the 1 hour. Yeah, I bought and sold twice in there, actually. So, yeah, I 100 bagged at 65, which means I sold all of it. And then I bought back. Where did I buy back? I bought back somewhere here. And I got a lot more Dash because of it. And then I did sell more at about... Actually, I could probably just bring this over and look at it on a different screen. I sell at 40. So yesterday I was selling at 46, between 46 and 43. So I must have, so some of it sold at the top. That was a good sell. Oh, because I had a bunch of orders spread out there. That's why. So yeah, I sold between there and there. So I did pretty well both times. So all I'm doing is selling into rallies, and then I buy back on the next move down. That's all I'm doing on Dash. And yeah, you can do it too. But the value of all your Dash, even though it's a lot more Dash, it'll still go down. So I would not recommend doing it your whole portfolio like that, but I'm choosing Dash because I think it's going to be a great alternative to Bitcoin as Bitcoin adoption fires up. I've done a whole video on why I like Dash, but it's just more usable, more transactable, and it's actually technically scarcer from a number of coin standpoint. All right. Like 11 million or something like that. Yeah, I think the next immediate target is probably closer to 32 to 33. And then after that, 20. So it'll take a while to get there. But yeah, somewhere between 22 to 25 would be my two guesses. 32 and then 25. All right. ICP fan. Okay. The band or what? The internet, whatever came out as $8 billion market cap and has gone down since. Yeah. All right, I get it. So you're a big fan. I think it's like a layer one alternative to Ethereum, right? I'm a big ICP fan, but I'm skeptical about the future of ICP given the bad price it's done. Do you think ICP will recover? Okay. Well, I will answer that in two ways. Neo was a layer one that's the Chinese Ethereum. It's gonna take over the world, right? Neo. Oh, great. I was gonna say they took off all the price history. Okay, so this is when everybody thought it was gonna change the world. This bull run, did it have a good run? Yeah. But did it break all-time highs? Nope. And that is the case for almost all 2017 layer ones besides Cardano. Actually, I think it's safe to say all but Cardano. Which I might be warming up to Cardano a little bit. But I never thought I would say that. Its price is doing pretty well this bear market, unlike last bear market. And it will have made through 2 bear markets. I don't know. I see good stuff in the charts. It does not look bad, and it's going to bottom out higher than I expected. I think Cardano will bottom out at 30 cents on the dot. Yeah, its price, its chart is looking good during this bear market. All right. Anyway, so that's one thing. Yes, you could. This is just, it could have a nice run, but the vast majority of layer ones, like, it didn't go anywhere. And the next one, the next bull run, what do you think it's going to do? It'll be even lower. So keep that in mind. And so all 2017 layer ones, besides Cardano, had lower highs. Keep that in mind. Now, in ICP's defense, I think I'm talking about the right one. It came out way overvalued. This team was honestly not very smart about it, but whatever. They snapped their pride because they had VCs and they just all dumped. Like, they had backers that wanted their money back, like instant return on investment, which whatever. But they made the choice to have a certain circulating supply, and with each coin valued at a specific time or at a specific level. So then when it came out, it instantly made the altcoin total market cap go up by 8 billion instantly, not in 1 second, at a snap of a finger. That's crazy. We're an $8 billion corporation with 0 revenue. That makes a lot of sense. Which is why people buying that right at the beginning were really silly. You don't buy stock in an $8 billion company with no revenue. That doesn't even have stuff going on. All right. So you just like that. You're just setting yourself up to fail. Now, to its defense, though, it did start out way too high. So if it would have valued itself more fair, like maybe 200 million, it would have probably had some type of upswing, and this all looks more normal had they not been stupid about it. But I guess they weren't stupid. They put themselves in a corner. They had to give backers their return back quickly. Therefore, they had to value it this high. Right? So that's kind of a catch-22. You can't build a project without immediate backers, so you can pay employees and all that stuff. But at the same time, if you do that, then you have to overprice your coin coming out, and you're going to create a downtrend as opposed to something that looks more favorable. And then during the bear market, well, if you go from here to here, a lot of you're going to lose people's interest. Right? They essentially put themselves in a catch-22 the way I see it. But that could be an argument that, well, they had to do that. And really, the chart could have looked like this, which really isn't that bad. And you could take the all-time high from here down. It's only down 95%, just like most altcoins. That could end up being true. That could end up playing out, and it does just fine. But you have to recognize whatever. So not the original price, not this up here. I'm not even counting this as all-time highs. That doesn't count as an all-time high. This does. So it is likely that it never gets over $89 again. It's statistically likely. And if it does, it's even more statistically likely it never gets above this, like $200. Okay? So it's extraordinarily statistically likely it never gets above this box. There you go. How about that? Extraordinarily statistically likely. Based off all the other layer ones that enter a bear market. However, I wouldn't discount this nasty price action. So on the flip side, they were at a catch-22. A more normal graph would have looked like this, which is more like crypto. And therefore, the next layer, the next bull run, it has a chance of doing better just because of that. That would be my full on to that. But yeah, be careful with those projects. This bull run, it did not happen last bull run. What I'm about to say, this bull run, projects were shady as shit. They hid the CoinCirc info. They gave some tokenomics bullshit inside of their white paper or their website, but the tokenomics are useless if you don't know what the CoinCirc is and what the circulating supply is and the max supply is. A lot of token set for the first few months. So, but you need to understand the tokenomics. So, if that ICP, last thought, if there is a big difference between the circulating supply and the max supply, which coin market cap actually makes it easy. If the current market cap is way lower than the diluted market cap, which is the same thing, the bigger the difference, the worse it is, right? So on coin market cap, you want the diluted market cap only 4 times bigger, which means there are 25% or more of all coins that'll ever be already in existence. 4 times or better. So you need to look at how many. Actually, I know you only see my face right now. I will make myself small. So we can just do this right now. So what would make it worse is if it's over 4, if it's even 4, it's gonna be bad. Nope, that's actually not that bad. So yeah, it's only like 2.25. So that's actually pretty good. So that doesn't hurt it. I was gonna say if this is 3 or 4 times bigger than that, then I would say it's probably gonna not do very well. But that actually is a good thing. So I think it has a chance. Yep. All right, let's go on to the next one. Okay, Kadena. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. I'm not even going to record this. Everybody is asking me about Kadena, and I should do my research. All right, here's what I have to say about that. I already had my first bull run. I spent hundreds of hours researching coins that didn't do shit this time. They were 2017 coins. So Kadena, first off, will be that version of that next year. Could it do very well the next bull run? Actually, I'm kind of counting on it. But my preface is, I already did my time being a 2017 fundamentalist and thinking people were silly not knowing about coins who were too busy making money trading Bitcoin. All right? I thought they were the silly, like, oh, this is going to be life-changing. I was that person too. That's what you all are doing. Your next bull run, you probably won't put even half the time into that kind of stuff because you're going to realize how much time you wasted. But in regards to why I don't care about researching Kadena personally is because you all are already doing it for me. I see tons of people asking about it. Okay, so watch this chain reaction. Watch my string of logic here. And it's going to be sound. I'm a freaking Vulcan. I just had to shave my ears off, okay? Like, my logic is sound. I will mind meld with you. All right, anyway. Chain of events. Y'all are freaking out about it. And the community's big. Everybody wants to talk about Kadena. Right? From a viewer, just pleb standpoint. Got it. And that's probably because the fundamentals are good. That's fine. Next string of event. Big YouTubers who, when they talk about it, price spikes. Like Omi or Cardano. Right? Or even Neo in 2017, whatever. You big accounts, they care about views. And to get views, you cover what people want. So if people want Kadena and YouTubers talk about what people want, those two are going to connect. And if price pumps after big YouTubers talk about it, that's all I need to know. Why do I need to spend my time learning about it? I only need to know those 3 things to know I'm going to buy it in a bear market. That's it. You care about making money off of it, therefore you read about fundamentals. I care about making money off of it. I watch you all talk about it, and then I know YouTubers talk about it, and I know it's going to pump next bull run. That's it. I literally don't need anything else. I might sound like a smartass like that, but it's true. Like, you know it's true. So I get to save lots of time. Thank you. Thank you all for doing the research for me. That's the only string of events that I need to feel confident with. All right. So at what point do you exit your current shorts? Ooh, thank you for saying that. I would probably exit when Bitcoin hits 18K. Or when, let's put on the 3-minute 200 EMA. I would also fully take profits if price gets above the 3-minute 200 and uses it as support. I would also get out. So that's essentially an extension of the 3-minute 200. Yeah, if I saw, so I don't know if I would get out on this, just it's screaming above. But if it went like this and ticked up, yeah, I'd get out fully. Yep, the 3-minute 200. That'd do it for me. Or 18K. Either one. All right. That's a good question. That's actually a really good question. Yeah, so the trick is on Bitcoin, though, when you start accelerating down, I mean, well, you do have a possible higher low. So, and if it starts getting above here, making a higher high and makes a higher low, yeah. But honestly, I just look at that 200 EMA. I mean, it's probably going to hit it and keep going down is what I'm thinking. But yeah, it's starting to base out. It really is. And my rule of thumb on a heated move down is the move is starting to, even though it could have 2 to 3 more pushes down, but the move is beginning to slow down when you have a single 5-minute candle go above 2 previous 5-minute candles, or even 1 if it's a big candle. So the move is slowing down. It didn't heat up like I thought, but then again, it really could happen because that river, it ain't there yet. Look. And look at the difference. When it bounced, what did it do? It went immediately into my river. Immediately. When it bounced, it went past the river. It bounced, it went past the river. See the difference? So technically it hasn't had a chance to bounce yet. It could be this one. But still, I would hold on to it because, yeah. Because the 3-minute 200 is right there. Like I said, the 200 is kind of similar stuff. So, yeah, I would wait. I would still wait. Because especially if Bitcoin dominance is going up. It's not. It's at a bounce point, though. Yeah, I don't know. Profit taking is like an art. It's not. It's definitely not necessarily a science. It can be more artsy. Your risk management cannot be artsy. But entries can be moderately artsy, or they can be militant and very systematic. But profit taking, it has the most flavor among those 3 bubbles. How about that? Among the 3 bubbles of trading, which are entries, profit taking, and risk management. Which really, the order should be entry, risk management, and profit taking. Because right when you enter, you have to set your risk management immediately. It goes in that order. Okay. Welcome to the Kryptonian tier, Legal Alien, rock and roll. Legal Alien, just putting some stuff. Yeah, so Legal Alien, if you ask questions, I see your emblem, and I'll answer your question faster. So I'm skipping down all the way to Brokoshi No Dinero. Real talk, Ari, Kadena, Tim, my first bear market, you're one that I trust the most. Yeah, I'll make mistakes along the way. Okay, you did ask a question. Legal Alien tier, Tron. Yeah, Tron actually is really fun to trade. But yeah, I mean, trust is a good thing. And I try to keep that trust by, I let you know when I don't think there's an edge, I tell you. And that should be valuable. But a lot of people who think they're geniuses come on, like, oh, so it could go down, could go up, could go sideways. Great analysis. I'm not subbing, right? Like, no, it's actually really valuable because I'm not making a guess when I shouldn't be, right? I'm not going to tell you that there's an edge trading one way when I really feel there isn't. Anyway, so hopefully I can maintain the trust like that. Having a good track record. And my track record since January, late December has been pretty solid. I've made a few mistakes, but nothing huge, like saying Bitcoin might not ever go under 50K again. All right, so Tron. Man, it's even on Bitfinex. So interesting. Actually, Tron might have gone over its all-time high. I might be wrong about that. Let's do Binance. Or do I have TRX? I should have it on here. I trade Tron, so I should have it. Yeah, I do. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, Tron doesn't actually look that bad, but that's not all the price history either. Wow, that's actually really... All right, so this is Tron. Honestly, I'm really impressed with Tron. It's only down 66%. The vast majority of altcoins are down about 95 or more. So they're doing something right. I'm actually kind of impressed with that. Well, the only coin that I found that has a better, that is stronger in this one parameter is KuCoin shares. I think it's only down about 40, or it was last week, down 45%. This is really strong. So I don't think this will go down even. I honestly am very surprised at what I'm seeing right now. That is really good news. I could still see it coming down 80%, down to that wick. Yeah, so 81. I see it bottoming around at one of these two wicks. I think it would bottom at that wick, or at these guys here, or that wick right there, that big strong wick, or at the top of the structure. You got a lot of stuff going on here. So yeah, somewhere around 3.3 cents is probably a pretty good area to take a look at, considering. I'm not saying sell your house and put limit buys there, because it could go lower. But that is a strong area of interest. I'm really impressed by this, honestly. I need to see why Tron is holding up so well. Gosh, it might only go down 81% this bear market. That would be unreal. Wow. So that would be one target. I would be aware of a lower target, though. Let's just say in the meat of this area, it could also easily come down to right just above 2 pennies. But I really think 3.3 cents is a pretty damn good target. And it honestly might even hit the top of this and bounce and be a bottom. I mean, this is holding up really well. Honestly, I'm gonna have to look into this. They are doing something. I doubt it's anything like Burnonomics or whatever. It might be something with their tokenomics, but I think the team, and it's becoming a real company. It looks like that's what I see in the charts. It's not just a gambling website anymore, because EOS and Tron were, like, throughout the bear market, the way they got through to make revenue, which is actually kind of smart. They turned their platforms into gambling sites and made revenue during a bear market, which actually is not a bad idea. So it looks like they've gone above and beyond that. This is honestly fantastic. I might consider Tron as one of my top picks. I can't believe I'm saying that, but its chart is telling me that. Wow. Yeah, I'm impressed. It would take a while to get there. If Bitcoin bottoms at 18K, I bet it still isn't there. It would take a year later. Like, it would do this, it would come up shy, it would be 2023, like February that it hit it. Something like that. It would take a while. I don't think it would get down there on the first push either. Yeah, even if Bitcoin went to 18K, I don't think it would even hit 3.8 cents. I think it would stop here at these wicks right at that point there, which from current price is 20% down. Yeah, this is impressive. I don't know what the hell Tron is doing, but whatever they're doing something right. They're doing a lot of things right. I'm impressed. Thank you for saying that. I haven't zoomed out on Tron in a while. When I like to trade it. It's really fun. It's got good liquidity, and it's a good mixture of volatility and predictability. Sometimes it's a little too volatile, but it always seems pretty predictable when you micro range it, when you do 5 minutes and 1 minute and all that stuff and 1 hour charts. But zooming out, it looks sexy. All right, here we go. Justin, son, is the master scam takeouts. That's why this was the ultimate 2017 shitcoin. You had like teenagers, getting pseudo famous on YouTube saying this is a cheap hot alt, and like shit like that. What's his face? Doug Polk covered it all the time. There's all those noobs, dorks covering it. It's the cheap and hot alt. Not knowing what market cap is, it's like 10 billion market cap, but it's only 3 pennies. What are you doing? Oh boy. But Doug Polk only makes crypto videos during a bull market, so he's a high IQ dude. He's he's funny. He is funny. If you've never checked him out, I don't even know if he made any videos this bull market, because he's a poker player. He's a famous poker player, but he did some crypto stuff. All right, Harrison. Let me make sure I didn't skip any tier members' questions. Oh, I did miss Harrison. I missed one of your questions, and then you have one down at bottom. All right. So why are some altcoins? Shit, where'd it go? Why are most altcoins holding up strong even when BTC is getting beat down? I don't know the answer to that, but the only answer you need is here to visually see what. You don't need to know the why. Because Bitcoin dominance, just like a price of something, it went straight up. So it's got to correct pretty hard. So as it corrects hard, that means altcoins are going to hold up pretty well. That's all it means. I'm surprised that it's still going. I'm actually kind of shocked. But until this bounces, it's going to continue being true. Besides Cardano. Cardano really went down, which I'm really happy about that. All right. So yeah, so this is the what, not the, I can't give you the why, but this is the what, and you can see when it will change. So you can see the what and when it changes. You can see the what and the when, but not the why. Which really, as long as you can see the what and the when, that's enough information to make good financial, or to guide good financial decisions to some degree. So yeah, I can't tell you why. Because people, here's one potential reason why. Because a lot of people think that this is the bottom, and they're stocking up on altcoins, and it takes less money to move the altcoins, so their market cap and their percentage up is increasing. There's less liquidity, so the price will, it's easier to maintain or easier to spike up or whatever. Does that make sense? But counter argument to that, it's also easier to make it go down if the order books are thinner. So that is a double-edged sword, what I just said. But the what and the why is on that chart I just showed you. I know I'm big right now. Bitcoin dominance is going down. It went straight up. It's got to come straight down for a little bit till it bottoms out. All right, Harrison's next question. Can you please look at Flux? Yeah, I got to get off of here kind of shortly. I sprayed for insects, but I think it expired because they didn't die. And I know I did it right because I've been doing it for years. But the bottle is probably like 5 years old. I bought the ultra concentrated shit, so it lasted a long, long time. So, whoa, what is that? What is Bitcoin dominance doing? Did y'all just see that? That was Trading View glitch. That was a glitch in the Trading View. All right. What'd you say, Flux? Yeah, Flux is another one I'm considering for a low cap pick, even though I'm not doing anything low cap until 2023, besides Bepro. Bepro, I've already stocked up a quarter of what I want. This Bepro really does have a... Whoa, I told you all to watch out for that. I warned everybody against it for this. Yeah, price discovery down can get just as volatile and really hot as blue sky breakouts. This is bad. Whew. Ouch. It's only 88% down, though, so that's technically not that bad. That's actually not that bad at all. But it came out in January, so it didn't get to start. It didn't get the bull run, so had it had a bull run, yeah, it probably would have been way up here. So yeah, it is about 95% down. So it just came out at a weird time. Had this been an older coin, you know, from 2018, you would have seen this type of stuff. You would have seen the bull run. You would have seen all this and then the chart, right? So technically, all things, you know, considered, this is actually more on track. This looks okay with that. If you can add on an estimate of what it would be like, you know, just an estimate of what things would have been like had it come out at a different time. So I'm honestly not that concerned, but it really looks concerning like this, right? But it's only 88% down from this top here. Really, this is where fibs come in handy. Let's do a trend-based fib extension. I'll use the magnet so it locks onto the wicks. I will go from here down to there, up to there, and it's already past all that, so that didn't work. Where else would I there is no other one. Shoot. I don't know how else to guess a low on this. So I have an idea that it's going to be February 2023 when altcoins make their ultimate low. With a 400%-ish rally between. Ooh, 1.8 cents, possibly. That's really far down there, but so if it keeps rocking and rolling, and July is when Bitcoin capitulates, comes down here, goes rallies up, 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 down, down, down. Boom, 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 boom. I mean, it really could hit 2 pennies. It seriously could. It would have a chance of doing something a little different. Like once it gets above all these channels, it could use one as support and not go quite that low. So let's say Bitcoin capitulates hard, bam. Okay, round out, 400% rally, boom, 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 boom. 4 cents. I would say 4 cents is the 2.8 to 4 cents would be my guess, but more immediate low as Bitcoin is rocking and rolling down. It's half its value, maybe 20 to 25 cents, something like that, and then a big rally, and then it hits and then it goes back down. Yeah, because there's going to be an extended period. So everybody, what I'm about to say is very important. Especially if this is your first bear market, it's going to be hard to believe. But hopefully by this time, if you're on my live show, you already know that I've told you hard to believe things and it came true. Okay? So even though there will be some type of rally mid-bear market, a strong bear market rally, the bear market will be so grueling that just altcoins are lifeless. And they don't have a heartbeat. And then if that happens anywhere close to the new year, it's going to go even lower. So there could be an extended period of time. You know, the reason why I think 4 cents is possible is because the bear market is more grueling than what you think, and things become lifeless and they just go a lot lower. So this might be hard to imagine because that's 10 times lower. Like that's 90% down from where it is now. But that's what I think it could easily hit. I think it could hit 4 cents in February of 2023. If my guesstimate on how crypto goes down from a cycle standpoint is anywhere close to being correct, it could easily hit 4 cents. So don't think you're a genius buying at 30 cents or 25. Like it could go down 60 to 70% from there. All right. It's Flux. Anyway, what I was saying is I got to leave soon to get some of that poison for the insects. I have a wasp nest outside of my back door, like in my deck, and I've gotten stung, and my daughter got stung today. So, yeah. All right, Tim. I asked a question earlier. Sorry, Sirotiz2. Nice to see you here on the as a tier member. And I'll get Phazon. I'll get you next. Tim, I asked a question earlier. I got skipped. Yeah, I'm great at skipping people. Short version. What's your opinion, if any, on the pi cycle bottom indicator? It's heading for a third bottom signal. I don't know anything about it, but the pi signal got the 64K top right. So I think I would put some stock in it. I don't know if it's giving a signal now for bottom or not. If it does, I would say that it holds some weight. It worked for the top when I didn't think it was going to work. So I would, you know, it's a good thing to DCA, all that kind of stuff, but I would definitely strongly consider it as a valid indicator. Let's just say that it proved itself during that 64K top. It got it. So that would be my opinion. I don't know. I've never heard of the pi cycle bottom indicator, which sounds like an extension and elaboration of that using similar tools and analytics. But whoever develops it and the idea behind it, it's worked. So I don't know if it's worked for bottoms yet. I've never seen that. However, I would assume it carries some good weight. All right, that would be my lack of understanding, but my opinion on it, given one data point or multiple data points from the pi cycle top indicator. All right, so Phazon, not for sure how to say your name. I just call you Fabio. All right, what are the safest longs at the theoretical bottom in your opinion? I think I'm just going to 3x BTC-ETH and ADA. Let me know if I'm missing a crowd favorite. Those are good choices because they're going to be first movers. But there's a problem with your question. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. sorry. All right. Oh no, I did it twice. You son of a bitch. Yeah, I've only done live shows for about a month and a half. Sorry. I don't know why I did it twice, but all right. So there's an issue with your question though. Longing a bottom. You can't long a bottom. So, but I assume you meant if I'm longing where I think there might be a bottom or something, what are the safest coins? Yeah, the safest coins are going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum, and your first movers. First movers, Cardano has a chance of being a first mover. It was not last time, but its chart is saying it will be this time. So those are among your safest, absolutely. However, whenever you think with the way you wrote it, there's an issue. Maybe not the way you think about it. The way you probably just wrote it quickly or whatever, but specifically how you wrote it, longing a bottom. You can't long bottoms. You can't do it. So safer is longing higher lows or longing after a bottom when you have an uptrend, at least on the 4-hour chart. which means you don't get along the bottom, but you're longing an uptrend, which is what you want to do. Higher lows is a safer way to do it. But you can make your best guesses, but typically, if you are trying too long when the trend is down, you're gonna get your butt kicked. Yeah, there's just no safe way to do it. It's not profitable over time. Try it along the bottom. It isn't. You can get it right once, maybe twice in a career, and do really well those times. But if you make a habit out of it, you won't trade anymore because you won't have any money. And the problem with that is you think it's bottoming long, well, then it makes a new bottom. Oh, long again, then it makes another lower low. Just like everybody in 2018 thought 7,200 was a low. Oh, now 6,200 is a low. Oh, and that wasn't right. Or 10K is the low, then 72, then 63, and then that happened. So, yeah, you can't. Close this blooper. Yeah, I don't know what I did. Oh, I did. I hit the wrong button the first time, but on my stream deck, if I try to change the scene while a transition is still happening, it replays the same transition, even though I didn't hit it a second time. So, LO Fabio works. Yeah, I'll do Fabio. What's the name of the price cycle bottom indicator? It's probably just that. Whoever's asking that question. New updated price targets for Harmony. Oh, okay. Sorry, DCF. I guess I skipped a few. Flux USD KuCoin has way more price history. Oh. Oh. There we go. Well, there you go. 17 cents. That makes a lot more sense. That might be a better guess. Now that there is structure here, and people will step in to be buyers because of structure. Yeah, this could hold up. But on a like death sky breakout to the downside, there's nothing there. But yeah, with this structure, it can stop at 17 cents. There you go. They're my bottom targets. But still, don't be surprised if it hits 4 pennies. Don't be surprised. It could easily price discovery down. But I would say it's improbable. This looks like it'll stop. All right. Flux, thank you for saying that, by the way. I'll have to remember that. New updated price targets for Harmony, please. I don't think 1.8 cents will hold. All right, DCF. Do I have Harmony saved on here? I don't really look at Harmony very much. I do. All right, perfect. Well, this is my bear market target that I've had there for quite a while. I probably drew it when people thought I was crazy. Damn it, where'd it go? $1.67 is the next target. Yeah, 1.68 is what I would say for Harmony. And next bear market, you'll be the one trying to tell new people, your friends or whatever, it's gonna go way lower, and they're gonna say, no way, man. And you'll be able to feel what I felt this whole time, even making videos, spending, literally. You all know how much time I had to spend learning how to edit videos? I didn't know how to do that. I even had to buy courses from other YouTubers on how to do it. And for thumbnails, but thumbnails are more for my interest. I wanted to try to convince people, yo, this is going down. And it didn't work. But that's just the way it is. It's just everybody, even myself, just got to learn the hard way. However, I do have a lot of community members who are they're good at just accepting that they're inexperienced and they listen a lot better than I ever did when I was new. I tell you that right now. So I guess I do have a lot of people who do come on my channel saying, "Oh man, I've been in mostly Tether since December because of you. Thanks so much." So I guess a lot of people did listen, but the vast majority, it's just too hard to imagine, too hard to believe when you see it. So, and I was definitely one of those people in 2018. There's no way I would have believed that. I thought I was a genius buying Knowles on a dip at $2, and it never even got above $2 this whole bear market or this whole bull market, last bull market. Like I never even got to break even on when I bought the dip. It's so hard to imagine, and I'm still staking it. For the chance one day it'll go back up to $10. Who knows? All right. Yeah. So that's what I got. 168, 163, something like that. 117. However, if it breaks that, then you're looking at closer to a penny. But I think 1.6 has a good chance of holding up. All right. I think VRA will bottom in my box. There you go. So what did you ask? So yes, exactly. That's where I think, yes. Per your question, my answer is yes. Yeah, I do think it'll bottom there. All right, Quant. Dollar milkshake theory. I think it is about to play out. I actually don't know enough about it. I'm not a good person to ask, unfortunately. No, it has to do with monetary policy. I don't know if that's the situation where it melts up before crashing. Maybe that's the milkshake. It melts up before crashing. So the dollar like goes to, on the index it goes to, 120 or 140 and then just crashes. If that's it, it does look like it's playing out. I think that's what that is. But I have VIP members who are way more educated on global financial stuff than I am. But I think that's what it is if I had to guess. Yeah, it seems to be playing out. The global first world country fiat is on fire, and the US dollar, being a peg essentially is the only thing saving it, and it's being a peg is getting it out of loop with everything, and that situation could happen. A big skyrocket on Dixie, and then a big tank. If that's what you're talking about. But yes, it does look like it's playing out. And I had a VIP member, goes by John, who was talking about that ever before it went up, and it's freaking playing out. It's like, yeah. All right, we'll do Q&T, then I gotta go get some freaking, some insecticide. I'm still thinking 30 to 42, but since it's already at 42, 30 might be more realistic, but it really looks like people will become buyers because a lot of people are interested in this. I think it's a strong, I think it's a likelihood, over 50% chance that people defend this too much. It could wick below, but even if it does, with that same day or even week, it'll be right back up there. So I think around $30, safe relative to crypto. Is it safe in general, like buying gold? Okay, no, but safe for in the context of crypto, $30 is a pretty safe area for crypto. But safe in crypto is not necessarily like drive your kids in a car, like you're like holding a child safe, right? So I wouldn't want to keep my child safe with my usage of the word safe with $30 on Quant, right? Even though I don't have little babies anymore, my youngest is 4. But So safe for crypto, I think $30 is a fairly safe area. And anywhere in between, like just, trying to dollar cost average in this box. Even at the top of the box is fine, because hell, this could have been the bottom. It's possible. 20K was actually the bottom, 20,400 or whatever. Came up just shy of 20K, so a bunch of those longs never fill or whatever. Yeah, it's possible that was it. And that's why I had the box there, because it was probably going to hit. And so dollar cost averaging now could be a good idea. Begin dollar cost averaging now. So that's what. Oh, Bepro. Okay. All right. I guess I'll do Bepro. We'll talk about Bepro. Let's take a look at Bepro. I think I have bottom targets pretty set, because Bepro's chart is, it's, unless something catastrophic happens, I mean, so similar to Quant. It's very similar to Quant. This area here should stop it. This area. I was earlier thinking this would stop it. And again, this might actually end up being true. We might have literally just seen the bottom live. Like, that could have been it. For real. I don't think it's probable. Yeah, you're not even above the 3-minute 200 EMA, so it's not near probable yet. But that literally could have been it. Actually, it would have been this is the bottom, sorry. 20,000. That was 20. That was right at 20,000, my goodness. So yeah, that could have been your first high or low. Or yeah, official high or low before it takes off. But looking at Bepro here, so my bottom target on Bepro could end up being right, but with the idea that everything could go a little bit lower, if I can get my butt back to Bepro here, the meat of that price action, I think it has a strong chance of stopping it, similar to the Quant chart. Does that make sense? So all this is just under 0.001. All this area, all that area. I think that has a strong chance of stopping it, because there are a lot of people interested in Bepro. It could turn out to be a leader of Web3, and because it certainly was trying, attempting to be actually successfully being among the pioneers of projects that were pioneering Web3 type of stuff, with its interesting business approach to enter the space. Essentially being a copy and paste for code type stuff, so other blockchain companies can enter the space quickly without writing their own, all their fancy stuff. Like, what is it, Haskell? You don't have to do that. The code's already there, ready to go. So yeah, I think people will defend that. And hopefully I'm not, well, actually, I know I'm not being biased, but I hope I'm not being biased with that. But I just gave a similar analysis on Quant. So, and I don't care about Quant personally, even though a lot of people say it's super legit. But I think the same analysis, this meat should stop it, and the bottom should be somewhere. It could be that wick low down at 333.4, but it's more likely the meat of this will get like this wick high or this low here, that low, that like all this area would probably stop it, and people just buy the crap out of it. So that's what we got for Bepro. All right, peace out, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. We had a lot more viewers this time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will see you on Tuesday at 7 p.m. And you just got Tim about.